Manchester United 2, Man City 1. Let that sink in for a second. Manchester United 2, Manchester City 1. Oh my God. I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. This causes for a celebration. So I'm going to get my wine and be like, this is the time because Man United is fine. If you know what I'm saying, we are in a fine moment right now. I will not take this result and let it sort of cloud my judgment and mess up with my expectations for the rest of the season. But I'm going to take this moment to say, hold on. Let me enjoy my moment. Let me enjoy my win. Let me enjoy and celebrate. So cheers to all the Manchester United fans out there around the world, because we're drinking some red wine because Manchester United is red. First things first, I want to point out this out. We need to work on our one-on-one finishing. Amad Diallo, man of the match, obviously, but he had a moment where he could have finished this game earlier. He had a moment where he could have made an impact in this game earlier in a one-on-one situation. And he didn't. Second of all, Bruno Fernandes, one-on-one situation, and he couldn't. On a one-on-one situation, you need to be lethal. You need to dribble the goalkeeper. Let me sit down and tell you this. You need to know how to dribble the goalkeeper. It's not just about that moment is tense if you don't dribble the goalkeeper, because the execution and finishing have to be perfect. And we had two occasions where we didn't do that. Another thing I want to say after we work on our one-on-one finishing is the fact that Mason Mount conversation has to be had. The Mason Mount conversation does not end. I just don't know what the future is for that guy, because the manager rates him, the manager respects him, the manager talks about him in a very, 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 very exceptionally kind way, and you can tell that he has a lot of affection for him. Personally, I've always said Mason Mount is the type of player to work in a Ruben Amorim system, but you need to be available. You need to be durable. You need to be somebody that actually shows up. And this kind of player right now does not show up. Unfortunately, that's the truth. And I know injuries is not something that you plan for. It's not, unless you look sure. But I know injuries is not something that, you choose. But Mason Mount is choosing to make me say, bro, I don't know how long this injury is going to be for, but you are on your make or break season for me. You need to figure yourself out. A couple other players that I want to say a big shout out to. De Ligt, cheers. Manchester United is red. Mazraoui, cheers. Manchester United is red. Them two players were really, really instrumental today. Kobe Mainoo, cheers. Manchester United is red. Ugarte, cheers. Manchester United is red. And Ruben Amorim, finally, cheers. Manchester United is red. Now, Ruben Amorim, I want to focus on him for a second and say he is my manager, and I love him more every single game and every single press conference because of the stuff that he says. He's talked about many people losing their jobs at Manchester United. He's talked about players like Amad Diallo that need to be praised for a few minutes and then tell him the next game is a fresh new chapter. It's a fresh new game. You need to be able to show yourself consistently for me to label you the Black Messi with actual like genuineness in my heart. The way Ruben Amorim is managing Amad Diallo, chef's kiss. This guy is on some like Sir Alex Ferguson settings in terms of the way he manages these young players, because he said this. We have seen what has happened to the previous players when they are good and young, and then we give them too much too soon. So big up to Ruben Amorim for that. Ruben Amorim went on to talk about the fact that this win, we have to celebrate it for 10 minutes. So cheers for 10 minutes, for 10 sips of wine, for 10 more minutes, because Manchester United is red. Matter of fact, I don't even know what happened to Kevin De Bruyne. I don't know what happened to Jack Grealish. I don't know what happened to Bernardo Silva, because I didn't see them guys on the pitch. I saw Guardiola more than the other guys that I just mentioned, more than Doku. I show Doku. Fam, it's time. You just admit you made the wrong move by going to Manchester City. I also want to just give a big round of applause to all the players that came in and made an impact from the substitution bench. Because at the end of the day, I think you all deserve your flowers, because today the team worked together as a team. It was not a beautiful win. It was not a dominant win per se. It was more like we played well at the end and were finally elite in our finishing and execution with our attacks at the end of the game. So big shout out to all the Man United players for that. And big shout out to you for listening into this, because my name is Batona Papi. This is the Football Power Hour. These are my thoughts on the Manchester City game. If you know that I am on a safari trip right now and I had to travel quite a distance to get to the place with Wi-Fi and be able to make this video so I can upload it right now, if that doesn't make you hit the like button, you're probably wearing a blue shirt.